We're gonna do the half kneeling cable rope face pull. It's a very, very long name, it's too confusing, but I'm a big fan of face pulls. Once again, I've explained this in many different content, posts, podcasts, all these different things. I'm a huge fan of pull aparts and face pulls. Not enough people work their upper back, not enough people have healthy shoulders, and a lot of people just push too much and never row enough. So this is a really great way to save your shoulders. What we're gonna do in this one though, this is something I use as an activation drill before getting into movements. The reason I do it in a half kneeling position is because when we're in a half kneeling position, I'm going into a unilateral stance, so I'm splitting my stance. It gives me a chance to pull my rib cage down, fire my glutes, and actually create a posterior pelvic tilt instead of an anterior tilt, right? A lot of us have this like duck butt where we have a hyperextension in our low back. Well, with this, I can actually tilt my hips forward and pull my rib cage down, trying to create a neutral spine, creating what we call a posterior pelvic tilt. This is gonna be very, very good for your hips, your glutes, your core, and it's gonna save your low back in the long run if you can start encouraging that posterior tilt. But I like to do it prior to doing squats or deadlifts because I want to enforce that core and glute activation and not encourage too much low back tension. Half kneeling positions as an activation phase is a very, very good way to encourage that and help people before they squat or deadlift. This is typically a squat pre-activation drill. So with this one, I'm doing a face pull. I like to work my upper back before doing squats, whether it's a front squat or a back squat, because when I'm pulling that bar on my back or I'm holding it in a front rack position, my upper back is working. In fact, my upper back is what's supporting that barbell. It's what's gonna keep my shoulders healthy once again. So very, very underutilized upper back activation before squatting, but you definitely should be doing that. Same reason why you should be doing lat activation before deadlifts. So what we're gonna do on this one is a half kneeling. So heel planted, 90-degree angle in that front knee. So I'm not here, straight shin. Squeeze my glutes, so I'm driving my hips forward, rib cage down, exhale, so I can get that core activated. Let your shoulders roll forward at the top, because we wanna stretch the muscles before we activate them. Now I'm gonna pull towards my face, externally rotating, going into a neutral grip next to my face. Really trying to feel that upper back work and get that full range of motion. So if we look from the back angle, I'm coming all the way back, keeping my hands pretty much neutral, parallel on the outside of my face, trying to get my elbows almost as wide apart as they possibly can so we can get that full range of motion.